Emergency!
Right, mate, hop in.
In Archer?
Oh, belt up, you ain't damaged.
How do you know? He never even got both.
Give me a name and address, I'll write you an apology.
Very funny.
Oh, come on, get moving. You're hosing about the street.
I wouldn't be if you knew how to flipping well drive.
Are you looking for a right-hander?
If I was your size, you wouldn't be
Oh,
so
go
great.
on, beat it. Come in,
Great
beat it, I
bully,
tell
that's
you.
what you are.
All right, I'll lay one on you.
Listen here, Amelia. Don't you take off like that. Come back.
150 yards to go. Apple Blossom well clear with Persian Star second just ahead of Bongo with Queen Bee and Sawbones. Apple Blossom is striding away, and with 100 yards to go, he's 3 lengths clear of Persian Star with Bongo challenging him for second place. Apple Blossom is drawing away. Bongo can't make up the ground, and Persian Star is dropping back under the post. It's Apple Blossom! Apple Blossom wins by a good 4 lengths ahead of Bongo, who is finishing strongly. Then Persian Star, Sawbones, Cloudy Pass, Mr. Fish, Uncle Mac, Indian Ink, Petronella, and Carlin Boy last.
You win then?
Keep it going, he might get a place in the next race. Served me right for bagging a cab to beat horses switches off, didn't he?
He's here then. Fred's all right.
Well, if he keeps that up, the blooming battery will go flat. Here. What? I'm going to kid him. I'm not working tonight. Watch him go off.
Yeah, all right then. Hello, mate. All right then. Yep, fine. Hello, mate.
Hello, how's your luck then?
All right, all ready.
We'll save it till the morning, mate. I've decided to give myself a treat. I'm taking the night off.
Okay.
What do you want?
2 quid.
2 quid? What for?
You work, you're paying 2 quid. You don't work, you're still paying 2 quid. That was the agreement.
You don't want to take that too seriously. Look, I tell you what you do. You hang on to today's takings, and it'll make up for me not working tonight.
Oh, no. A deal's a deal. We share the cab, we share the exits. Now, that was the agreement.
Can't I take a night off if I wanted then?
You can take many nights off as you like, mate. As long as you pay for them. Come on,
That's it, Fred. You tell him, mate. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't even be a mush, this fella. All he thinks about is dogs and ponies, you know. I don't know how you stand for it, Fred. I really don't.
You're really going to work, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sid made a funny, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, here's a funny for you, mate. The clutch has just gone. Whoop.
Well, stone me. Couldn't you do something about it?
Wait, I just meant I'm not a mechanic.
I told you, Sid, didn't I? Going for automatic gears, but you wouldn't listen, would you? You wouldn't touch an automatic with a barge pole.
Oh, belt up. You'll get an automatic clobber in a minute. Who can I find that can fix this tonight?
Oh, I wouldn't know, actually.
You wouldn't know. Don't fix me something to eat.
No, I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I'm going out.
You going out? Where?
Oh, that's my affair.
No, keep your secrets, mate. Keep your secrets. Hope Dawson's got a mechanic on tonight, don't you?
You've got automatic gears, mate. You'd have been laughing. They're wonderful.
Oh, go work for minicabs. Hello, Dawson's.
I wouldn't worry about it, Sid.
No, you wouldn't worry. You got a pocket full of takings, mate. Hello, Dawson. Sid Stone here. I got trouble with me clutch.
Sid. Sid. I wouldn't worry about it. Because you see, there's nothing wrong with the clutch.
Hurry on. There he comes. You'll lay an egg in a minute.
Oh, Dawson, I think he's my sugar.
Who, Dawson's, yeah? Sid Stone, no. He's gone out.
You got a pond string, that is it?
Yes, I'll be there about 11:30. That is, if I don't have the luck to get off the Gatwick.
Sure, you might also give us a tip that wins and all.
You can go off, people.
Yeah,
What's
be
your
lucky,
clutch?
fella.
What's this then? You've only been gone an hour.
I can't get on with it today. 2 jobs since I left here. Both useless. Give us a tea.
Right.
How have you done?
Not bad. Just plodding on, you know.
Tasted the teeth with this job. Sick and fed up with the old issue.
Yeah, ain't we all?
Do us a steak and chips.
You've only just had the last of the steak and kidney.
Well, so what? I'm paying for it, ain't I?
I hope so. Suit yourself.
Embankment going east, gents. Avoid if possible. Intercept. Jammed up to the air holes. Right. 2 jobs on the board. Lincoln's Inn going to London Bridge. Regular riders, gents. And Phillimore Gardens going to West London Air. Right. Jack on 10 for Phillimore. The number is 188. Repeat. 188. Roger. Now what about this regular rider, gents? Lincoln's Inn to the bridge.
Good evening. I very much would like to go to London Airport.
London Airport, right. I've cost you £2, you know that.
£2?
Yeah.
You are making a colossal joke of me, is it?
No. You see, this is the legal fare from here. You have to pay the return journey.
But I am not returning.
No, mate, but I am. Yeah, hang on a minute. Look, I'll let our radio operator explain it to you, all right? Jack, 16. You read.
Come in, 16.
Hey, Wally, I got a gent here once at the airport. I quoted him 2 from the Bell and Owens. He thinks it's a take-on. Do me a favour. Give him a gent about the return journey.
Will do.
Here, come inside a minute, yeah? Go on, in you go.
Thank you, you are most kind.
It's all right. We like to oblige, you know. Push that button there, will you? All right, Wally, he's ready.
Well, sir, if a journey is over 6 miles distance or more than 1 hour's duration, the fare is a matter of discussion between the driver and the passenger. The normal charge is double the meter. That is quite legal and in accordance with the rules laid down by the Public Carriage Office. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, I understand. You are all bloody robbers.
Hello, Wally. You set light to his turban.
Not to worry, mate.
Hold up, Harry. It's one of them radio merchants. Here, I wouldn't spend too long in there if I was you. You might miss a rider off the radio.
You don't like the radio, then?
I wouldn't have one if you paid me. Ruin of the trade.
You know what you're missing, mate. I just had a very nice little gallop I got off my radio.
Oh, yeah, you've been out to the airport, I suppose, eh?
That's right, yeah. Indian jet. 2 nicker from the Bell and Horns.
Oh, and the rest.
You don't have to believe me.
Oh, don't.
Oh, shoot, worry, mate. I know what I got on the sky, don't I? You blokes want to get with it, you know. This is 1963. You've got to have a radio cab, or you might as well be driving a horse and cart. Or are you?
Marvellous. Some of these blokes get more airports in a week than I get in a 12-month.
Oh, so what? The airport ain't all that bottle anymore. As soon as we're in town.
I'll leave up, will you, Jack? 2 nickers for an hour's work. You can't make money like that in town.
It's the flaming radio that gives these merchants the advantage. Someone wants to go to the airport, they ain't going to ump half a dozen suitcases out into the street and call a cab. I know they just pick up the phone and ring up radio cabs. So we don't get them anymore. You mark my words. I hate these radio merchants. I turn them over every chance I get.
You had your dinner.
Yeah?
Would you mind leaning on that, mate? Do you mind? Thank you.
Yeah, watch it, watch it.
Well, it's not me. It's my friend Fred. He's my partner, and he's dead particular about who leans on the cab.
Oh, you've got all the chat, haven't you?
Well, you've got to have a chat in this game, haven't you? Well, I mean, I've got to have a chat to try and keep pace with blokes like you, haven't I?
Oh, come on, Jack. Let's see if we can take a few, Bob, eh?
First 6 to Waterloo.
First 6 to Waterloo.
Double, mate.
What, you're not on the rank then, Sid? Ain't the radio no good then?
You heard me. Push off.
Oh, get lost.
Just a minute, mate. There's a full rank of cabs, eh? If you think you can ride in here, jump the queue and grab yourself a full house to Waterloo, you're giving yourself a good time.
Well, what are you going to do about it then?
You've done this so many times, I think it's time you got stopped.
Oh, you're going to stop me by yourself. How are you going to do it then? You're going to pull in the law to help you?
I think that's a very good idea. Time somebody pulled a copper on you.
Oh, you wouldn't.
You rely on it, don't you? You sweat on the fact that nobody's going to shock you.
Oh, I'll get knotted. First 6 to Waterloo. Hold on then.
Well, your boss put it. Excuse me, mate.
What's the trouble?
Give me a hand here, William. This face here has just jumped a full rank of cabs and he's touting for the full house to Waterloo. I told him to shove off and he won't listen.
You're not wearing a badge either. Let's see your license.
Yeah, you can't nick me just because he says so. I was here before he was.
Let's have it.
Now listen.
Look, we can do it here around the neck. I'm not bothered.
Phew. I never thought you'd pull a schneid stroke like that. Huh. I should have known better.
You should have known better, mate.
All right, that'll be enough of that.
Is that him nicked all right? Go on. He has, you know.
Oh, it's not right. There's no excuse for calling in the law.
Oh, I don't know. He really asked for it. I heard Sid tell him to turn it up. Merely has pulled them strokes before. He's got to be checked somehow.
Yeah, but it's dodgy if you're going to start calling in the law every time somebody takes a liberty. You might as well pack it in.
I don't know. I reckon he did the right thing. These villains have got to be taught a lesson. Which I've got the guts to do it.
That's your business, Mick. As for me, I've no time for the law.
Right, you'll be wanted as a witness.
Right on.
Now perhaps you'll push off like you should have done in the first place.
I've got mine to beat your ugly pussing.
If I didn't have my badge to worry about, mate, I might let you try. Because I think you'd come unstuck, you know.
Now this time I'm telling you to go.
You did the right thing there, mate. I heard you tell him to push off.
No, I wish it hadn't happened.
Ah, he's gotten away with it too many times. That's why he was so cocky. You were right. If you need a witness, my name's Mick Williams.
Thank you, mate. I'm Sid Stone.
Don't forget about it. That's the only thing you could do.
Thank you, mate. Hello, fellas.
Hi, Sid.
Hello, Kenny. How you going, mate?
All right, mate. I got your paper here.
Oh, chap. Come on, Jim, how's your luck?
Oh, all right. That true about Paddington today?
Oh, you've heard already, eh?
You were in the right.
Yeah, well, he pulled another one of his capers. I told him to shove off. He told me to get lost, and I didn't mean nothing.
Not good.
No, you see, say that again, mate. You should never go near the fucking place.
Hello, me old tubs.
What you got? What's up, Harry? Too crowded for you?
No, I don't that. I just don't like the smell in here, that's all.
What's he on about?
Even your best friends won't tell you, Tub.
Hey?
He was having a go at me.
Why, Sidney, who on earth would want to have a go at you? I mean, you're so uncouth.
Yeah, he was having a go at me. I had his mate nicked at Paddington today.
Nicked?
Yeah, nicked. You heard. Well, he pulled another one of his capers. Jumped a full rank of cabs, started touting for a 600 at Waterloo. I tried to reason with him. He started slagging me. I got the needle and I called the law. Well, what else could I do? You know what he's like.
Wasn't there any other way out of it?
You don't think I enjoyed doing it, do you?
Now, Sid, mate, I didn't mean that.
Oh, look, mate, how long do we have to let these faces go before we do something? How many liberties do we let them get away with?
Yeah, I know. Calling in the law.
I had no option. He dared me. I tried to reason with him. I gave him a chance to scarper. He laughed in my face and dared me to call the law.
Nothing else you could do?
Nothing. Look, Tab, I know how you feel. Anybody who calls in the law, you reckon is a right schneid.
Now, come off it, Sid.
Well, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. If you had done it, I'd be saying the same things to you. The point is, what else could I do?
I don't know. Short of letting him get away with it or having a punch-up, nothing.
Oh, having a punch-up. Now, that would be dead clever, wouldn't it? Lose my badge and all. Oh, very clever.
Yeah, I know. He was in the wrong. It's just that, well, you know how I feel about the law.
Yes, I know. Oh, blimey, look, I'm not trying to blow a bugle for what I did. The point is, it was such a diabolical liberty, I couldn't let him get away with it any longer.
Well, what'll happen? He's had a few stiff warnings up that carriage office already.
He's taken a few too many liberties lately. His licence could go.
That's what I'm worried about, mate. His licence. Tell me, everything happens to me. I get a villain nicked. He's not going to just get a caution. Oh, no. He is going to lose his licence because of me.
It's no good blaming yourself. Somebody'd have done it sooner or later.
Somebody would have done it sooner or later. Do me a favour. This bloke could pinch the wheels off their flipping cabs and I wouldn't do anything about it. You know something, so help me, one bloke on that whole rank of cabs stopped long enough to back me up. The rest of them, they got their fares and off they went. They didn't want to know.
You want your steak now, Sid?
Oh, thanks. I'll have it. See.
suppose.
He mightn't lose his kite anyway.
He'll lose it, mate. He'll lose it, all right. And when he does, all those blokes I stood up for at Paddington today will be the first ones to call me a cowsap. Well, I'm not sure they won't be right.
If you move up another couple of yards, you can sit here all day.
I'll move when I'm ready.
Look, you get this thing out of my way or I'll move it for you.
You and your mate are great ones, ain't you, for telling people to get out of it? The pity there ain't a copper about you could get me nicked.
Look, you move it, or I'll drag you out of there and move it myself.
Oh, is that so now?
I'll get out of the law since. Look, anything to say about Paddington the other day, you say it to Sid. Don't go around making cracks. Not unless you want to have another go at me, all right?
All right, Casanova. Hello. Look at your router. You been in a punch-up?
No, I had an argument. It never got to the punch-up stage.
Oh, I can see that. You all right?
Yes, of course I'm all right. This flaming shirt I'm choked about, I got out of the laundry yesterday.
Well, you see, being a snappy dresser and a puncher, it's not practical.
I'll turn it up, will you?
What happened?
I had an hour off. I went in for a game of snooker, and I got into a bit of an argument down the hall.
You had a game of snooker?
Yeah, that's right, Sid, yeah.
Playing without your own cue? Leave off.
Look, Sid, I've been playing snooker. I went in for a bit of practice. Now, would you be kind enough to get off my back, eh?
I don't see we can do anything. Sid did what he had to. I accept that, but this ain't going to do cabin any good. Oh, listen, what Melia did was bad for the trade. We've got to take a strong line with the villains. I agree, but we ought to settle this among ourselves.
It's too late. It's 3 days already since Sid made the charge.
I know, but you...
Ah, the bogies love it typed out and everything by now.
But if we talk to Sid, he might get it dropped. Sid mightn't want to. Melia's a villain, always has been, always will be. I don't know if we've even got the right to ask.
What about the job? The publicity ain't going to do any good.
Hell with the job. I'm thinking as Sid, he's got his principles.
Well, I think we should keep out of it, Andy.
Well, I think it's going to lead to trouble. Oh,
What?
the blowover.
You've been out lately. You heard the lads talking. This is worse than the minicab business. And you remember what that was like?
I still say leave it alone. Sid's in the right. We all know that.
Listen. If Melia does lose his kite, the cab game will be all that much better off.
Oh,
Well, I do.
But we haven't heard the last of this.
Oh,
Not
no?
by a long chalk. Not by a long chalk.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, good evening. Is Mr. Stone in, please?
No, I'm sorry, he's out at work.
Oh, yes, well, thank you.
Was there any message?
No, I don't think so.
Is there something the matter?
No, I just wanted to talk to Mr. Stone about, well, a personal matter, but I'll call back later.
Well, who shall I say called?
Would you say Mrs. Melia called, please?
Well, you're Mrs. Jack Melia.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry to have disturbed you.
Well, look, Mrs. Melia, why don't you come in and wait? Because Sid, sometimes, you know, he pops back.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Well, please come.
Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about the state of the room.
Oh, no need to apologise. It's a lovely flat.
Yes, well, it could be tidier.
I expect you're busy working.
Well, you know how it is. There's young Terry, there's Sid, and there's me. Well, it's 3 bachelors in 1 flat, you know.
It's a wonder the place is as tidy as it is.
Well, we do our best.
Looks like you do most of the work.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just sort of knocking something up in the kitchen. Oh, I'm so sorry. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Because I shouldn't really be taking up your time like this.
Could I get you a drink?
Oh, no, not for me, thank
Are you sure?
you. Sherry.
Sherry? Yes. Well, I'm sorry, we don't have any sherry. Gin?
All right, just a small one.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have one with you.
The weather can't seem to make up its mind, can it?
No.
Don't know what to wear. I got caught in that rain yesterday, soaked to the skin. Didn't it come down?
No. Oh, yes.
And then just an hour later, the sun was shining. It was really hot.
Yes, it does get hot. Well, would you excuse me a minute? I've got something on the stove.
I can see you're well trained. Hey, I wonder how your friends had managed if you decided to get married.
Well, I suppose they just die of starvation. But, well, I don't think there's any fear of me getting married.
No. You do surprise me.
Tony?
Yes, sir. You know, you'd make some girl a very good husband.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, it doesn't look as though Sid's going to come, does it?
No, well, I better get going.
No, I didn't mean that.
I shouldn't have really come here in the first place.
I suppose you've come about your husband.
Yeah. But don't think I've come to argue.
No.
Far from it. I know what Jack is. I know Mr. Stone must have been really provoked.
Well,
you know, when Jack told me, I said, well, it serves you right. I
Yeah,
said, it's about time somebody stood up to you.
Yeah, well, you know, he did ask for it.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I know him. You know, he's done this sort of thing before.
Yes.
I don't mind admitting to you that I'd have left him years ago.
Why?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. No, it's not Jack I'm concerned about. He can take care of himself. But when there's a family...
Oh, yes, I see.
2 boys and a little girl. Of course, they don't know their father's in trouble. I've kept it from them.
Oh, I'm sure Sid didn't mean them to suffer, you know.
Well, of course he didn't. I know. And anyway, how was he to know? If it was just for myself, I wouldn't care. I could get a job or something. I've done it before. I could do it again. But they can't be left.
No, I don't suppose they can, really.
Look, Mr... Well, isn't that silly? We've been sitting here talking. I don't even know your name.
Oh, it's Fred.
Fred what?
Cuddle.
Well, look, Mr. Cuddle, do you think if I'd... Oh, it's unreasonable of me to ask.
What?
Well, I've got a little bit of money saved up. It's not much, because it's hard enough to manage from week to week without saving, but I've got a bit. Now, if I were to give this to Mr. Stone to compensate him for what he's lost, do you think he might reconsider?
Sid hasn't lost anything. Well, you know, not in that sense. It was just the principle of the thing, you see.
Oh, I see. Well, that's that. Thank you very much for the drink. You've been very kind.
Oh, no, please don't go.
No, look, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I got it all wrong. I thought Mr. Stone was out of pocket, and, well, if I gave him the money, he might call off the case. You see, if Jack loses his license, I just don't know what we shall do. Still, I expect we'll manage. I mustn't worry you with my problem.
Would you like me to talk to him?
Oh, no, I don't want to involve you.
I'd like to. I really would.
Well, you know, I'm sure Jack has learned his lesson, and if Mr. Stone could see his way clear.
Yeah, I'll speak to him.
Oh, thank you. Why is it that some people are so difficult and others are so sweet and kind? Well, I'd better get back to the children. Could you telephone me?
Oh, yes, I'd like to.
To let me know.
Oh. Oh, yes, all right, I will.
Thank you. You don't know our phone number. It's Brixton 9621.
Brixton 9621.
That's right. You know, I do hope I see you again.
Yes, so do I.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Cuddle, and thank you.
Bye-bye. 1621.
All right, all right. What are you doing back? You sick of something or you had a set?
When have you ever known me at a set? Come on, you tell me, when have you ever known me at a set?
All right, don't make such a noise. You know, there is a first time.
Yeah.
Give us a cup of tea.
You get it yourself. It's in the kitchen. It's all made.
Well, you're so hospitable, you are.
Oh, God.
All right, then, why are you back?
Go on. I wanted to talk to you, Sid.
Couldn't it wait?
Well, I waited for you last night, but you were later than usual. You've had a visitor.
Get away.
Yeah, a special visitor. Guess who it was?
Sophia Loren.
Oh, be serious for a minute, Sid, please.
Oh, blimey, stop playing guessing games. Who was it?
Jack Melia's wife.
Who?
Jack Melia's wife.
You're kidding.
No.
Straight up. Oh, I get it. He sent her to try and talk me round. He's not lost for it, is he?
He didn't. He didn't know she came. She's a jolly nice girl.
How would you know? How would you know? What about that Richard that got hold of you last summer? Took you for the...
Don't let's start that
well,
again.
Well, blimey, Fred, look at it, mate. It's obvious. It sticks out a mile. He sent her.
He didn't. I staked my life on it. Anyway, she didn't come to ask any favours. She reckons he deserves all he got.
She said that?
Yeah. And you know what, Sid? She brought her life savings. It was only a few pounds, but she wanted to compensate you if you lost anything, you know. She's worried. There's 3 children. Well, if Melia loses his ticket, well, I don't have to tell you what will happen to her.
She really got to you, that bird, didn't she?
Oh, it's rotten to see a nice girl like that wasted on a layabout like Melia. He won't suffer, mate. He loses his kite, he won't suffer. Oh, no, it'll be her and the children. They'll be the people.
Oh, God,
I've seen this
blimey,
before.
all right. Blimey, don't you think I realise how serious it is? Stone me. Everything has to happen to me. All I want's a bit of peace. A few bob to buy a pint, a packet of snout, something now. I'm never out of stuck. I am never out of flipping stuck.
He said, couldn't you stop it?
Oh, turn it up. How can I stop it? It's not in my hands anymore. They're put up to the cops.
Yeah, but, you know, you could tell him you wanted to drop the charge or something, couldn't you?
No, they won't listen to me.
Sid, you could try.
Oh, sure, don't be stupid. But leave it alone. Forget it.
Look, Sid, listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. Look, you get ready and I'll run you down the station.
You will run me down to the police station?
Yeah.
And lose half a day's money?
Yeah.
I must be going round a twist. That bird's really got you going, mate.
It's got nothing to do with that. I know one thing. You'd like to be shot of this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right, mate, and that's the God's truth.
All right, well, now, you be ready in 10 minutes.
Now, look, let's think about it.
Ready in 10 minutes.
All right, then, all right. Oh, blimey, what a nag.
Stroke BC, returnable Great Marlborough Street, 10 a.m., July 21st. Yeah, 21st, that's right. Okay? All right, goodbye. Morning. What can I do for you?
My name's Sid Stone. I had a cabbie nicked the other day.
Well, what about it?
Well, I'm a little worried now that he might lose his license. He's got a bunch of youngsters, you see, and, well, you know how it is.
So now you want to see if we'll drop it, is that it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I wish you blokes would make up your minds.
Yeah, but you see, it's the wife and kids. So...
No, I can't promise anything. We've got enough on our plate without messing about with this sort of thing.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, sir, if it wasn't for the kids, I wouldn't be here.
Well, he should have thought of them before you got him pinched. He wasn't worrying much about the wife and kids then, was he?
No, suppose not.
And if we worried about the kids every time we nicked a hook, we wouldn't get very far.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing, is it? I mean, after all, I'm not a copper, and he was a cabbie.
Well, then why did you get him knocked off?
I wish I hadn't now. I've had nothing but a load of trouble ever since it happened.
Division. Yeah? Yeah, just a minute, please. All right, leave it to me and I'll see what I can do. I've got it all down here.
Thanks a lot.
Come back tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
See you, Division? Yeah? Yeah.
Right, are you happy now?
Yeah. Aren't you?
No, not much.
Oh, I think it was jolly good of you, Sid, to go round there like that. That took some doing, matey. I'm very proud of you, Sid.
Don't give me the flannel, you know.
Now, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll pay you my £2 like I promised. A deal's a deal.
You will?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Oh, right. Right, now I must make a phone call.
Oh, what?
Phone call?
Blimey, you're busy, aren't you? You got some little bird I haven't found out about?
I'm going to phone Mrs. Melia, I promise.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you fancied her the way you spoke yesterday.
She's a married woman.
Well, so was Lady Hamilton. Didn't stop old Nelson, did it?
Look, I promised her I'd phone so as I'd let her know what happened
Yeah,
today.
all
Now,
right,
just
all
belt up a minute, will you? Now, let's see. What's that number? Brixton 9621.
Brixton?
Yeah.
You say Brixton?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. Jack Melia lives in Forest Gate.
You sure?
Well, he did up till a week ago. I think we something a bit dodgy going on here, mate.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean yet. Look, I tell you what, you keep her talking, anything you like, but get her address. I'm going down to the cab.
All right. Oh, hello. Is that Mrs. Melia? Oh, this is Fred here. Cuddle. How are you? Oh, good.
Jack 016, you read.
Roger, Jack 016. Come in, loud and clear.
Hey, Wally, do me a favour. Get hold of young Terry Mills. He's on long day, I think.
Terry Mills?
Yeah.
What's the message, mate?
Tell him to get home as quickly as he can. Sid wants him urgent.
Well, the last time we heard he was on his way home. Anyway, don't worry, Sid. I'll give him the alley out, pal.
Wait a minute, Wally. Something else.
Yes?
Do you know if Jack Melia still lives at Forest Gate?
I don't know, Sid. He's not one of our mob.
Well, hang on. Ask Dave. I think he used to work with Melia.
That's right, for Donegan's. Hey, Dave! Yes, that's right, Sid. Parsons Street, Forest Gate.
Thank you.
Roger.
Yeah, well, you know how it is, you know, these things sort of take time. I think in a couple of days' time. Yeah, but don't you worry, Mrs. Melia. It's all right, goodbye.
You get the address?
Yeah. I told her we'd bring some news round tomorrow.
Tomorrow? We're going today, mate. I just found out that Jack does live in Forest Gate.
What did she give me a Brixton phone number for?
We'll have to ask her, won't we? We'll have to ask her lots of things.
He was having a baby. Wally said it was urgent. It's lucky for you I was just round a corner.
No, but you're a bit out of condition, aren't you? Look at that. 2 flights of stairs, puffing away like an old lady.
Hey, you guess what happened to me today, there?
Yeah.
I got a rotor all the way to the airport, and I got another one all the way back.
But the boys like, oh, God.
All right, now that you're rich, you won't mind doing me a favour, will you?
What?
Well, don't sound so suspicious. Fred and I got to go to Brixton. You want to come and help?
What's it all about?
Jack Melia.
Oh, that lot.
I said you want to come and help.
Yeah, all right, then I've had a good day.
Look, you don't have to lumber yourself, mate. You don't have to like what I
I'm
did.
not bothered, Sid.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm with you, Sid. I'd just like to meet that Melia.
Yeah, all right, Tarzan.
Right.
Go and get your coat on.
I didn't agree with you calling in that copper. I'd have laid one on him myself. Of course, I realise I'm a bit out of condition.
Yes, I can see that.
Would you want to try then?
Wish I had the time.
What's the pitch then, Sid?
Come here. I don't want Fred to hear me here.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cuttle.
Hello, Mrs. Melia. This is Mr. Stone. He wants to talk to you.
Oh, how do you do, Miss? Look, I'm awfully sorry.
Yeah,
It's a
one
bit
second,
difficult.
minute.
We're
One second,
rather
minute.
busy.
Hello, Jack. How's your luck? What are you doing here?
Look, Jack, I didn't tell you before because I thought you might get angry, but I went to see Mr. Stone last night.
What?
Well, he wasn't in, so I spoke to Mr. Cuttle. I just wanted to see if there was any chance. Jack, I was thinking about the children.
We should keep out of it.
Well, she didn't do any harm, Jack.
No, well, I don't want any favours, thank you. Don't expect any come to that.
Oh, well, we're wasting our time, mate. Come on, let's go.
No, just look, Jack, don't aggravate matters. I'm sure Mr. Stone's come here in good faith.
You come to gloat more like it.
What's the matter with you? He took the trouble to go down to the police station yesterday and try to get them to drop the charge against you.
You didn't.
Yeah, I went to the station, yeah.
What they say?
Well, I reckon there's a chance.
There, Jack, do you hear that?
Yeah, well, don't quite know what to say, Sid. I mean, I didn't expect that
Oh,
sort of
don't
thing.
thank me. Fred talked me into going.
Well, we're very grateful to both of you, really we are.
Yeah. Hey, Sid, I'm sorry about the other day. I mean, pulling that stroke. You see, things have been pretty bad recently, and, well, you know, it is one thing leads to another.
Oh, not to worry about it, mate. You know.
Sid, I think you've done a wonderful thing there. I do appreciate it, really I do. If I was to lose my ticket...
Oh, it's
Look,
all right.
let's all
Forget
sit
it.
down and have a drink, please. Jack, get Mr. Stone and Mr. Cuttle something to drink.
Oh, yeah, you bet.
Sit down.
Thank you, yeah.
Thanks.
I'm ever so grateful, really. You don't know what you've done.
Beer or scotch?
Oh, I'll have beer, thanks.
And for me, please.
2 beers coming up.
Well, this is a nice flat, isn't it? This is Swedish furniture, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
All looks so new.
We just had this room done out.
Must be quite a job keeping it tidy with 3 kids galloping about.
Well, yes, it is, really.
Yeah, well, we are then. Nice little
Oh,
drink.
thanks.
Cheers then. Let's have a toast, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Here's to friendship.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh, yeah, friendship.
Well, how old are nippers then?
Like all kids, real handful sometimes.
3 you got, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 girls and a boy, isn't it?
That's right. Boys, a real terror sometimes.
Yeah. 2 girls. Wait a minute now. 2 girls and a boy, or was it 2 boys and a girl you said, Fred?
2 boys and a girl. That's what you said, wasn't it, Mrs. Amelia?
Well, I might have done. You know, I was so upset at the time,
Yeah.
I didn't know whether I was coming or going.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 boys and a girl then.
Yeah. No, 2 girls and a... Now I'm really getting muddled up.
Yeah, well, tell me, how do they like it here?
Like it?
Well, better than Forest Gate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, Forest Gate's a bit far out, you see. It's a bit too far from the work. I got cheesed off with it.
Yes, it is a bit of a drag, isn't it? So you don't work for Donegan anymore?
Oh,
then?
yeah.
But Donegan's still out of Forest Gate, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you see, I haven't actually got round to leaving him yet.
You have to take your cab all the way back up to Forest Gate, then, at night?
Yeah.
Hello. And that's Terry. That's one of our mates. Do you mind if we ask him in?
Well, it's...
Well, no,
I'll tell him.
it's not.
Yes, he made that in good time.
Oh, been all along, has he?
Yeah, quite a long one. He's been up to Forest Gate.
Huh?
Yes, well, you see, I got the addresses all mixed up. I mean, your missus here told Fred that you lived here, and I had you down as living at Forest Gate.
Now, look, what's going on here? What's the Persian game, eh?
You tell me, mate, you tell me.
Now, look, Sid Stone, if you think...
forget it.
Yeah, Sid. That girl ain't his wife at all. Till he's got his missus outside.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack!
Yeah. What the devil's going on here?
You should tell me what's going on. Well, who's this woman?
Who's this?
No, I'm Mrs. Millie. I'm Jack's wife.
Yes, well, we'll leave you to it then.
Just a minute, Jack. I'd like to have a word.
Later.
Jack!
Look, Sid Stone, you dirty, rotten, stinking twister, you.
You really can have it down, mate. Nice and private down there. What's the matter with you? You reckon the world owes you a living? You think you're something special? How long do you think you can get away carving up your mates like this? Twisting them, overcharging a customer, shortchanging them, and all the other liberties you take.
If you think...
Shut up! Know what your trouble is, mate? You've got a mind the size of a tanner. I'll tell you something, I did go to the cops today, and I did ask them to drop the charge. But you have got to cop it in some way, mate, and I reckon you will. In there.
Go on, get out of here.
Jack! Jack! Jack, I want an explanation.
Yes, now,
Jack,
look-
I have a right to know what's been going on. Jack, have you been carrying on with this woman? Jack, I have a right to know. I've got a right
Just a
to know,
minute.
Jack.
There's a few questions I'd like to ask.
Yes, well...
So we were going to get married, were
yes,
we?
look, leave
We
it
were going to
till she's,
settle down all nice and cosy, were we? We were going to have a honeymoon in Paris.
Well, Julie...
You dirty, rotten liar. You Burke.
Well, let him sort that little lot out.
Yeah, he deserves all he gets, that fella.
She was a nice girl.
He's very impressionable, isn't he?
Well, he's young, isn't he, Sid?
Hey, listen, is it straight up? You had an in and outer to the airport today?
Yeah, that's right. Why?
Well, I think it must be worth a steak and chips to your mates.
I don't even know her real name.
I wouldn't worry about it, mate. You got her phone number, and I reckon she'll be free from now on. Come on, kid.